On this season premiere of Golf 360, we check out the amazing transformation at Sunset Valley. We go inside a PGA Tour Superstore to see the breakthrough clubs for 2019. We'll go to Tam O Shanter, a course that is steeped in a ton of golf history. Plus, we get insightful tips from the last two Illinois PGA Teachers of the Year. We'll also preview the U.S. Senior Open, getting ready to tee it up in the shadow of the Golden Dome. And we find some Hot Wheels to cruise the links this summer.
Welcome to a new season of Golf 360 right here on NBC Sports Chicago. A renovation to a golf course usually leads to a revitalization. In the case of Highland Park's Sunset Valley, this is truly a reawakening from the top to the bottom.
The North Shore of Chicago has many traditional public layouts, but now there's a new must-play track in Sunset Valley. Renowned local architect Rick Jacobson came in, addressed all of the old concerns, and shaped a virtually brand new golf course.
We rebuilt all 19 greens, and that includes a putting green that connects to the 18th hole. We recontoured all the fairways. The fairways now serpentine through the golf course, and we added approximately 36 more bunkers to the course. All the bunkers are strategically placed. From each tee box, you have to kind of think about what type of shot you're going to hit. You know, sometimes you might not take a driver out. You'll have to hit an iron off the tee. So different challenges along the way.
It's a totally different golf course. The look and feel of it is different. We used a thematic, if you will, a Heathland type golf course. And that's a combination of links golf and parkland tree line golf. The areas around the greens, they'll have a lot of variety, bunkering, grass hollows, fairway collection areas. So there's a lot of variety that I think golfers will really enjoy.
This project all started 5 years ago when a master plan was put into place for the town of Highland Park.
We had two golf courses, public courses in Highland Park, which is very rare for a community of our size. So based on the analysis, engaging the community, doing surveying, and just basically understanding the entire district, we decided that the best for the community is to basically cut down one course and have one remaining course, and we chose Sunset Valley as that course.
Smart moves abound at the new Sunset Valley. Sightlines were opened up with tree removal. A few new holes were created, including this magnificent par 3 fourth hole. Plus, tee boxes were added, putting the course at over 6,700 yards from the tips. But the key component to the renovation was creating mounding and making the water, aka rain, go where it's supposed to go.
And Rick Jacobson, our architect, designed the layout of the fairways so they all flow towards each drain basin that's in the fairways. So we don't have any standing water that we used to have. Sunset Valley used to be a very flat golf course all throughout the property. Right now we have added so many mounding, so many undulations through the fairways, so all the water flows to each basin and out towards the creek.
An integral part of Sunset Valley's $7 million restoration is the completely rebuilt clubhouse, which is now home to the 1390 Restaurant and Bar. Here you can find solid options, including a few types of salads, including the grilled chicken salad, a wide array of fantastic and tasty burgers, plus a sandwich that is perfect for golf, the club sandwich.
You know, it was really important for us to kind of take it a step further than what it used to be. It used to be more of a concession style meal that you would take on the run, and we wanted to create a menu where people would want to stay after a round and have a full meal. And then we also added a nice little craft cocktail, so we have a full bar, craft beers on tap as well. So it's the full experience of it that you would see at any other restaurant.
Golf Inc. magazine recognized Sunset Valley for all of their recent work, proudly naming it number 3 for course renovations for the year of 2018.
It's completely different. We have rolling terrain, the greens are perfect, the layout of the golf course, even though the routing's the same, it's hard to recognize. And it's as good, in my opinion, as many country clubs in the area.
I just love hearing everyone say how much they love it. Because, you know, it's great to come out to the course and they know I'm a commissioner and they said, thank you very much, because this is what we wanted. This is beyond what our wildest dreams, what we thought how the course would turn out. And it's one of those things where you see something on paper and it turns out better than we saw it on paper.
What I really love about Sunset Valley is the condition and the way it drains so well. It plays and looks like all the other private courses up here in the North Shore. Up next, we have a great tip on how to hit a solid iron shot to help you hit more greens, and we'll check out the new hot products at the PGA Tour Superstore.
Play legendary golf at French Lick Resort, the only place in the country where you can play courses by two Hall of Fame designers on the same property. Our Pete Dye and Donald Ross courses offer two very different challenges. Experience them both and save with our Hall of Fame package. Our two historic hotels are unique as well. Cap it off with a fun visit to the French Lick Casino. Check us out online at FrenchLick.com. Bring a group and save even more. Play legendary golf this season at French Lick Resort.
In golf, these are the tools you get to use, so you better make sure each club is the best it can be. Club Champion offers all the options you'd ever want. Over 35,000 hittable club combinations from all the best brands in golf. Plus the most highly trained fitters and builders to make sure every club in your bag works with your unique swing.
Schedule a fitting today with America's leading fitter and builder. Visit clubchampiongolf.com.
We are here at the PGA Tour Superstore in the hard goods section, and to us as golfers, that's where the golf clubs are. We have our resident golf club expert here, Daniel Choi. Daniel, let's go through some of the new clubs that are out this year, because every year golf companies seem to give us new toys. So What are some of the new toys?
So a great year for clubs this year. We're going to start off with the Ping G410 driver. So this is their Plus series. So the really great thing about it is there's 3 removable weights that can place it. So you have your full fade bias, your full draw bias placement towards it just by moving that weight, and there's that neutral position there. Also along the lines of this sleeve here, they changed it out. It's a little bit lighter. You can also adjust it to 1.5 degrees up and 1.5 degrees lower. But also the big part of it is now they can create the driver a little bit flatter on the lie angle. So that big miss is helping out, so we can really fine tune it for customers.
And it seems like every club manufacturer is going this route, right?
Absolutely. Yep, the really nice thing nowadays is also with Ping is with their shafts, there's 3 aftermarket shafts that are no upcharge now. So with this along the lines, you get their Alta CV shaft, their Tensai, and also an even flow black shaft available for fittings.
Awesome. All right, what else we got?
Next on the list, we have our Wilson D7 iron, one of our hottest sellers. The really nice part of it, they really took it into play of getting more of a thinner look on the top line, but also a very game improvement iron. So on the top, they place their power holes, which is their React technology. So you get a little bit more of that Players Club look, but you get a very high MOI forgiving face and a lot more potential carry distance along the line.
Can you explain maybe the difference between a Players Club, a Tour Club, all that kind of different stuff?
Absolutely. So this is what they consider a game improvement iron. So you get a little bit of a thicker sole placement towards it, a little bit more offset, but on that top line, it's going to be a little thinner, but it's really bringing that CG down. A lot easier to launch in a game improvement. Get to a tour player, you're thinking more of the old school blade that looks like a butter knife, really hard to hit. Most of us can't hit it.
Right.
A lot of us are fit towards this, but the really nice thing is we fine tune it to find the right shaft and everything along the lines of that.
All right, keep going.
Yeah. Next on the list, we have our Vokey wedges. So always been around for a long time. The really great thing is they have multiple different grinded bounce options. So we can really help fit towards it, finding the right loft to fill the gaps on the shorter wedges. And then the shorter yardages you need, but also really dialing in the right grind and bounce. So if you get someone that's a picker or a digger, we can really dial it in and find the right bounce and setting for them.
That makes a difference. And that's something, if you get to a PGA Tour Superstore to get fitted, it will really help you out with different types of grass, weather, all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah. All right, finally, we've got our moneymaker.
Our moneymaker, absolutely. So this is Odyssey's new tech of the line. It's called their Stroke Lab series. So we really have something that's going to have a game changer to putters. So they took something that graphite and steel composite placed together. It's overall 45 grams lighter than all steel, total of 75 grams. The biggest thing is continuing and making it a muscle memory of putting to know how far you need to take it back for each individual one. And the last placement they did is have the micro hinge technology placement towards it. So it's a softer insert, but promotes more of a forward roll, a little bit more towards something that's going to allow you to get that initial roll to really start off those putts.
And in your putter section, you have a whole bunch of different ones, mallets, blades, all type of things. What would you recommend for a certain type of player, or is it just personal preference?
Yep, so if the biggest thing is getting fit for it, so this here primarily is going to be what we call a toe hang putter. This is going to be someone that kind of misses out to the right. So what toe hang allows you to do is when you come through it, it'll square that face up, promote a more straighter forward roll putt. You get people that need to be placed into a face balance putter that'd be completely square, but then also you're gonna try finding out what looks good aesthetically to your eye.
Awesome, Daniel, thank you very much. And it's very important to get fitted by a professional like this. Get to your local PGA Tour Superstore at Vernon Hills, Schaumburg, or Downers Grove.
It's time to improve your game with tips from the pros, brought to you by the Illinois PGA and Tour Edge.
Hi, I'm Mike Carbray, Director of Instruction at Butterfield Country Club in Oak Brook, Illinois. I'm here to talk to you about some solid contact with your irons. One thing I see in my teachings, there's a difference between the poor players and the good players, and that's where they hit the ground when they're trying to make a shot. All the poor players hit the ball behind, hit the ground behind the ball. That adds loft to the club, slows the club speed down, leads to off-center hits, while all the best players hit down on the golf ball, divot in front, club is delofted. So the difference between poor players and good players is about 3 inches. So if you want to work on that, I'll give you a nice drill. Take your address position, shift your weight to your front leg with about 90% of your weight on your front. Your handle is also going to move to your front leg. Take your back foot, take it a half a step back, and then just make some little hip-to-hip swings, trying to get the feel of hitting down into the ground after the golf ball. You'll start to see your ball flight change, distance will get better, contact will get better. With help with this or any part of your golf game, go see your local PGA pro.
That's a wonderful swing tip there from Mike Carbray, the 2018 Illinois PGA Teacher of the Year, so that means he knows what he's talking about. All right, next on the tee, we're going to check out a course that oozes history and is the perfect place for a quick 9 holes of golf, so stick around.
Can I try that new injected twist face driver that DJ's hitting?
The tailor-made M6. Just give me a second to prep the bay and we'll get you custom fit.
DJ's M6? You know my M5 is injected too, right? It's spicy fast.
All right, your bay's ready to go.
I also want to try the spicy M5.
PGA Tour Superstore has the hottest products from the best brands, in-store or online at PGATourSuperstore.com.
Creating a revolutionary product starts by asking, what if? What if we loaded every inch with game-changing innovation? What if we had a flight tuning system to control ball flight, roll face and cup face technologies for explosive power, slipstream sole technology for more speed, and dual carbon tech with 8 adjustable loft settings? And what if all this technology and performance costs significantly less than the competition? Exotics EXS by Tour Edge. Pound for pound, nothing else comes close.
Here is one of the cool watches that we will be wearing on Golf 360 this year. What's unique about this hook and gaff watch is that the crown is on the left side so it stays out of your wrist when you're trying to hit a golf shot. It also has a non-sweat wristband, which is great for the summer months, and it also features, get this, Swiss Super Luminova illumination technology. I don't know what that is, but it sounds awesome.
Long before the leading contenders were scheduled to tee off, traffic conditions on the roadways leading to Tam O Shanter pointed to a record-breaking attendance.
We are here at the Tam O Shanter Golf Club in Niles, Illinois. This place has a tremendous amount of history here in Chicago golf. Peter Dubbs, you're the resident historian here. Tell me what's taking place here and what makes this place so historic.
Yeah, not a lot of people realize just what special significance this place has in the popularizing the game of golf in not only Chicago, but the country in general. We're home to the first ever nationally televised golf tournament, which happened in 1953. And incredibly, during the 1-hour broadcast of that show, Lou Worsham holed out to win by a single stroke from 104 yards, which essentially just kind of put this place on the map and golf in general, which not many people realize could be an exciting sport.
When you come in here, you have a nice board up here with all the names that have played here, the history that's here. What are some of those big names that have won the tournaments here?
Yeah, it's really a Hall of Fame list of players. Byron Nelson, Arnold Palmer, Babe Zaharias, Patty Berg, Chichi Rodriguez. All these guys have come through. They've walked the same spots that golfers can still play today. It's just amazing.
All right, explain the course to me now. It's only 9 holes. It's not the original 18. You've got some rerouting here. Give me a rundown on the course.
Yeah, so right now the course is just a 9-hole par 33. Unfortunately, they split the course up back in the early 70s, developed half of it, but the Niles Park District was able to hang on to what we have today. It's a par 33, around 2,500 yard layouts, but we still have some of the original features. Our par 3 number 6 hole played as one of the hardest holes on the 18-hole layout, and that's original today. So our golfers have the same challenges as those pros did back when they were playing. But we try to keep, our biggest thing is to try to keep those conditions the same. And we pride ourselves on having some of the nicest municipal conditions in the area.
We are here with Chris Ergo at Tam O Shanter Golf Course, who is the Director of Instruction here. Chris, I love to play golf, but also like to practice. What do you guys offer here for your golfer that wants to practice?
Well, we have our beautiful facility, which is around the corner. It's an indoor-outdoor facility that we love to use. We also have the use of the golf course, which is really nice. So basically with teaching, we start with putting, basics. Everybody can do well at that. Then we work with chipping and pitching and a full swing. And of course, everybody's favorite club, the driver, right? Which everybody wants to start with. And then we work our way through the driving range, which is set up like a little golf hole. And then we actually bring them out to the golf course and they get to try the shots, hit them over the river, which everybody loves, out of the bunkers, and try and miss all our wonderful trees and stuff like that. So that's our approach to it.
All right, and you're working with all ages, kids up to seniors?
Correct. We call them pint-sized pros, 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, which are a lot of fun. So we talk to them a lot more than golf. We talk about the animals, the beautiful views on a golf course, making friends. They love it. We play games in the range. We have stuffed animals so they can relate it. So once they have fun with the games in the range, we come out on the golf course and do the same type of things. Then we go to 7 to 12, 13 to 16-year-olds, and we even get the adults in. So it's a lot of fun to work with all the ages.
What else is offered to the golfer when they get on the grounds here?
Yeah, you know, we have a ton of options for players. Our restaurant and clubhouse is always packed. We have a super nice outdoor patio that's filled whenever the weather's nice. We have leagues. We host multiple outings throughout the year. You know, we just like to be an all-purpose facility, a nice stop for area folks as well. And some of the nicest things about our recent renovation is the fact that, you know, scratch players are going to have something to think about when they stand on a tee box of whether to go for that short par 4. But we also feel that those changes didn't hurt to your high handicap player or somebody that comes out maybe once or twice a year.
As you can see, Tam O Shanter has a lot of outstanding things going for it, and they're a perfect option for a quick 9-hole round. All right, later on this month in nearby South Bend, Indiana, on the campus of Notre Dame, the game of golf comes to the forefront. It's the U.S. Senior Open at the Warren Course. Our Bob Lanigan has more.
So obviously a lot of unique aspects always to a national championship, but this one for the Midwest seems to have a little extra, shall we say, glint on the dome coming here to Notre Dame. Such an iconic place. Tell me a little bit about how this came together and why it's so special here at Notre Dame.
Well, it starts with a great golf course. With the Warren family and what they've done with this golf course and the university, they gave us a great platform to bring a championship to. And then you add on the elements of the University to Notre Dame. It's almost overwhelming to think about how we can infuse the Notre Dame into a golf championship, but we're doing some pretty cool things. A lot of the players are excited just to come to a college campus.
Very excited to be a USGA champion and certainly defending the Senior Open title at Notre Dame. Just to be around the university, a lot of history there, and just to be a part of what I know will be a great event. I've heard great things about the golf course.
I guess in some senses it's kind of a natural progression. You know, Notre Dame has been synonymous with championship football and legendary performances, yourself included, and now we're going to get a chance to see that in a little different light, but maybe the same vein.
Yeah, you know, and it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. You know, I think especially for anybody who's played this course. You know, if you played this course and you know how tough it is, and you think it's tough now, wait till you see it, you know, when they get ready to play it, because it's going to shrink in size as far as the fairways and things of that nature. You know, I think, again, if you played this course, when you come out and see these guys play, I think you're going to be blown away.
The Open has always been my favorite event. The U.S. Open is always. Since I was a kid, when I didn't play to when I did play, obviously, over the last 34 years. But my favorite setup, the most difficult setup, whether it's the U.S. Open or the Senior U.S. Open, it's the most difficult test we have. That's what I love most about it. and I just love the USGA. So, and Warren this year is at Notre Dame is a fantastic place.
That major begins June 27th at the terrific Core Crenshaw Design Warren course, just a stone's throw from the Notre Dame campus. Coming up next, we'll show you a couple of fun new ways to cruise around the golf course, so stay tuned.
To be successful in golf, you can't go it alone. You need to have a great team around you like I've had all through life.
Like the team at Club Champion.
Their master fitters and builders create clubs that can deliver extra distance, greater accuracy, and help lower your scores. And there's no shortage of options.
More than 35,000 combinations from all the best brands. And club fitting is all they do.
And they do it better than anyone.
Schedule a fitting today with America's leading fitter and builder. Visit clubchampiongolf.com.
Play legendary golf at French Lick Resort, the only place in the country where you can play courses by two Hall of Fame designers on the same property. Our Pete Dye and Donald Ross courses offer two very different challenges. Experience them both and save with our Hall of Fame package. Our two historic hotels are unique as well. Cap it off with a fun visit to the French Lick Casino. Check us out online at FrenchLick.com. Bring a group and save even more. Play legendary golf this season at French Lick Resort.
Time to improve your game with tips from the pros, brought to you by the Illinois PGA and Tour Edge.
Hi, I'm Lewis Sauer from Lewis Sauer Golf, and today we're here with Patrick Mannelly, and we're going to talk about how we use Trackman to help you control your distances inside 100 yards. So we're going to start with what you have a feeling for of going about waist level to waist level, right? To hit about a 45-yard shot. So that one, we're going to use the Trackman to find out exactly how far he carried it. And he carried it a little bit long because the swing got a little bit long. Could you feel the club went back a little far? So we try to use the length of the swing and the pace of the swing to control how far it goes. So that one got up about shoulder height. Okay, so now we know where 60 yards is, right? So let's backtrack and see if we can go a little smaller. So we're going to again work on this 40-yard shot. So we're trying to control the length of the swing and the pace of the swing. So he's going for about waist level on this. There we go. Nice swing there. 47 yards. So just a little long. But these are the things that we would want to know when we're on the golf course. So if we're hitting a shot over a bunker to a tight pin, or are we carrying it to the middle of the green and letting it roll out? So now if we go for that 60-yard shot now, we're going to take it back a little bit farther. So just a little bit farther than waist level. Nice swing. Okay. 66. So pretty good, you know. So we're starting to create a framework of how far back, how far through, to be able to control how far that ball goes. And now if we go shoulder height to shoulder height, going for about 80 yards here. Nice swing. That feel pretty smooth?
About 80 yards?
Yeah, 78.5. So the nice part about the Trackman is that when you get the feel of how far back, how far through, you can then take that skill to the golf course as opposed to just hitting and hoping it goes the right distance.
I can tell you firsthand that Trackman has really helped my game. And by the way, that was Lewis Sauer, the 2017 Illinois PGA Teacher of the Year. All right, let's go take a look at a couple of new ways to transport yourself around the links. Here's our Dave Lockhart with all the fun that he always gets to have on this show.
There are a wide array of ideas and inventions in the game of golf, but every now and then, a new product comes along that can really take off. In 2019, the golf world will be introduced to the Sun Mountain Fin Cycle, a single-rider golf scooter that promises a bunch of benefits. So as they say, get your motor running.
More recently, I became really kind of frustrated with the slow pace of play. I see it in all the media and the magazines, how people are complaining about golf being too slow. No one seemed to be doing anything about it. And I realized that a single-person motorized cart allows you to play ready golf and play much faster than you can in a two-person riding cart.
Fin is stylish and solid, complete with a golf club kickstand. Golf clubs sit along the center line of the cycle, offering easy accessibility. Plus, the Fin scooter quietly goes down the fairway with its smooth electric motor and hydraulic brakes.
It has a top speed. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 16, 17 miles an hour. You get someone to sit on it, and you explain the controls, you explain the throttle, you explain the brakes, how to start it. It's a slow start, so it's not like you're jerk quickly on the start. They melt away, and within 10, 15 feet, people are comfortable on the cart.
Another single-person cart to take a strong look at is the Golf Skate Caddy. This electric scooter takes a little more athleticism and is almost like you are hanging 10 on the course.
Golf Skate Caddy is a single rider stand-up version of a golf cart. So instead of sitting and going to your ball from shot to shot, you stand. You use your muscles from your ankles to your legs to your butt to your hips to your back to turn and to maneuver around the course. We call it surfing the fairway. And it's just makes the greatest game ever invented even more fun, because now you're having a good time getting to each of your shots. One of the great benefits that I found in this is the exercise factor. You're able to stand and step up and down for every shot, and every turn on the fairway you're using your body. So you're using those muscles, you're burning up some energy and using up some calories. So you're out there for 4 hours having a blast. Why not get some exercise out of it too?
For those of you with back issues, the Golf Skate Caddy keeps your muscles loose as opposed to sitting in a cart, where the back muscles are prevalent to tightening up. So as they say, get your motor running.
Recently, our producer Dave Lockhart tried out the Golf Skate Caddy at the annual ING conference in Sebring, Florida, and lo and behold, what does he do? He hits a hole-in-one while riding it. Pretty cool stuff. Congrats, Dave. I need my cold beer. All right, we appreciate you watching our season premiere of Golf 360. Thanks so much to our hosts, Sunset Valley Golf Club in Highland Park, Illinois. Come on out and try this newly renovated golf course in their great 19th hole, Club 1390. We'll see you on the course, and cheers.
Clothing for Golf 360 TV provided by PGA Tour Apparel and the Golden Bear Jack Nicklaus.
Creating a revolutionary product starts by asking, what if? What if we loaded every inch with game-changing innovation? What if we had a flight tuning system to control ball flight, roll face and cup face technologies for explosive power, slipstream sole technology for more speed, and dual carbon tech with 8 adjustable loft settings? And what if all this technology and performance costs significantly less than the competition? Exotics EXS by Tour Edge. Pound for pound, nothing else comes close.